Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On today's program, a fatal accident on the Benin-Asaba Expressway. In Kaduna, communities protest the court ruling releasing leader of Islamic Movement of Nigeria, El-Zakzaky. And youth in Gombe State empowered as education marshals. Thank you so much for joining us. We begin on a sober note with not less than 21 people having been confirmed dead in an accident at the Benin-Asaba Expressway, Edo State. According to an eyewitness, a tanker laden with kerosene ran into a motorcycle carrying a gallon of petrol and exploded, leaving about 5 vehicles held up in traffic burnt. An official at the Federal Road Safety Corps, Edo Command, says that a number of factors could have resulted in the tragic accident, hinting that the casualty figure is well over 21. From there, residents of Zaria in Kaduna State will not want a recurrence of the clash between indigents and followers of the outlawed Islamic Movement of Nigeria. The residents are kicking against the recent judgment of the Federal High Court, which ordered the release of Ibrahim El-Zakzaky. They're also demanding an outright ban of the group by the federal government, taking a cue from the state. But in a swift reaction, members of the Islamic movement described the demonstration as politically motivated. They also reject the white paper released by the state government, which finds them guilty in the December 12, 2015 clash with soldiers in Zaria.
Marching around the community and chanting songs, the residents, comprising children, youth and adults, warn that the movement, if allowed to come back to Zaria, could pose a security threat to the entire state and ultimately the nation at large.
Inshallah, that will never happen. To bring him back to Gelesu, who will bring it back to Gelesu? Oh, we are now in peace. We don't want what happened before to happen again. How can we allow him? They prevented our children to go to school. All these youth people that you are seeing them here, wallahi, they ran away from this village for how many months? My children that were at the university or at the FCE here, they have to run away and leave the school. I don't know, but we don't want to see him here.
These residents of Gielesu community are also not satisfied with the recent Federal High Court judgment, which ordered the DSS to release the leader of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria and his wife.
The Islamic Movement in Nigeria is fully aware of and abreast of the state-sponsored demonstrations against the judgment of the Federal High Court, Abuja, delivered on the 2nd day of December 2016, and regards the sponsors of the demonstrations as purveyors of anarchy and violence.
The state government, shortly after the last incident, set up a commission of inquiry to investigate the cause of the clash. The report of the commission, however, found the Shiites culpable in the clash, resulting in the ban of the group by the state government.
Kaduna State government wishes to reiterate that it will not foreclose engagement with any of its citizens, but it will do its duty to enforce the law and will not compromise the prerogative of the state to defend the rights and liberties of all citizens. The right to freedom of worship is a cherished constitutional right, but the Constitution did not bestow on anyone or group the right to curtail the rights of others or to apply the right to faith in a way that diminishes or inconveniences others.
It is almost 1 year that members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria clashed with soldiers in Zaria, Kaduna State. The incident led to the loss of many lives and property, and how well the authorities are able to manage this situation will go a long way in preventing future clashes.
From the northwest to the southeast, Anambra State Governor Mr. Willie Obiano has called on the federal government to profile Anambra State as an erosion disaster zone. and declare a state of emergency on the state with respect to that challenge. Governor Obiano made the renewed appeal when he received a delegation from the House of Representatives Committee on Erosion and Habitat, led by Chairman Obinna Chidoka. The delegation is in the state as a major location to visit as they inspect ecological fund project sites in the southeastern states.
As a matter of fact, we requested that we be declared erosion disaster zone and the state of emergency declared on Anambra with respect to erosion, because we have 962 active erosion sites, very active erosion sites, that if nothing is done within the next 10 years, Anambra would have lost probably half the size. We used to be the second smallest state in Nigeria, but today we're the smallest state, because while Lagos is growing into the Atlantic Ocean, Anambra is shrinking from erosion. And therefore, we did what in Harvard they will call the burning trough effect, to show them that there's danger and that they should do something to enable us to do so. The state cannot handle this alone. I've, on my own, gone to the president 3 times to present this erosion issue. And I believe that with their visit and the various sites they visited, they will enhance this request that we are making.
Mr. Willie Obiano, Governor, Anambra State. Now, the Cross River State Governor, Professor Ben Ayade, has set February as a deadline to deliver on the 21 megawatts Calabar power plant as part of his determination to ensure that Calabar Metropolis has 24/7 uninterrupted power supply. During his routine inspection of the ongoing construction work at the site along the parliamentary extension in the Cross River State capital, the governor says the power plant is a new technology which is cost-effective. The power project, according to him, is one of the fruits of the Memorandum of Understanding signed with foreign investors during his several investment trips around the world.
There's massive construction work. We're putting the structural base for the erection of the power plant, and the turbines are already been delivered to site. Like I had said before, it's very clear that we've set a target, and our aggressive target date is 17th of February 2017. Indeed, Calabar Metropolis will have 24 hours uninterrupted power supply, and perhaps that will be the first state capital to have this 24 hours power. The good thing is that this is a product of one of the MOUs I had signed early last year. So today we are at the construction phase. The power plant is on ground, and there is a lot of energy in the atmosphere. Young men and women heavily employed, working very hard, and of course some of them will be retained as maintenance staff, will be properly trained, and they will go from here. But this is a partnership with a Brazilian American company working together with Cross River State Government, Cross River State Power Company, to be able to establish this independent embedded power plant.